The room went silent the second I stepped in. Not the polite kind of silence. Not surprise. The kind that exposes a lie mid-breath. My mother's hand froze in the air, glass trembling. My father's smile cracked just slightly, like glass under pressure. And in the center of it all stood Serena. In my uniform. Crisp, decorated, wrong. "Captain Serena," someone whispered behind her, like it was already true. Like I had never existed. Serena didn't flinch. She just looked at me, calm, practiced, like she'd rehearsed this moment. I closed the door behind me. Slowly, and I smiled. There was a time when Serena used to wait for my calls. Back when I was deployed, counting hours between signals, she'd be the first voice I heard. Bright, proud. "My brother, the hero," she used to say. She told everyone about me, posted my pictures, shared my achievements, built me into something larger than I ever asked to be. I trusted her with that version of me. That was my first mistake, because somewhere between my absence and her admiration, something shifted. Admiration turned into ownership, and ownership turned into replacement. It started small. A message from an old colleague. Didn't know Serena got promoted that fast. Impressive. I laughed it off. Told him he got it wrong. He didn't. More messages followed. Old unit members congratulating her. Civilian friends tagging her in posts. So proud of Captain Serena. I checked her profiles. At first it looked harmless. Tribute posts. Pictures of me. Stories about my service. Then I saw the edits. Subtle changes. My brother became I. My experience became mine. My life, rewritten in first person. I didn't call her. I didn't confront anyone. I watched. Because patterns don't lie, and Serena wasn't making mistakes. She was building something. The deeper I looked, the cleaner it got. Fake documentation, edited photos, connections she had nurtured using my name, my rank, my sacrifices. My parents? They weren't fooled. They were complicit. That was the part that didn't hurt. It clarified everything. I had two choices. Walk in angry, or walk in prepared. I chose the second, because anger burns fast. But patience? That reshapes the entire battlefield. I started quietly. Reached out to my commanding officers. Provided proof of identity misuse, documentation trails, timeline inconsistencies. They took it seriously. Very seriously. Identity theft within military representation isn't just a family issue. It's a federal one. Then I contacted the people she had been impressing. Sponsors, organizations, media outlets. I didn't expose her. Not yet. I just corrected the narrative. Subtly. One by one, doors started closing on her. Invitations stopped. Emails went unanswered. Opportunities vanished. And still, I said nothing to her. Because I wanted her to feel it. The confusion. The slow collapse. The exact way I felt when I realized my own family had replaced me with a better story. Then came tonight. The celebration. Her promotion party. Captain Serena. They even printed it on a banner. I let it happen. I let them build the stage. Because a fall is only satisfying when it's from the highest point. Back in the room, no one spoke. Serena straightened her posture. "You weren't supposed to be back yet," she said. Calm, controlled. But her eyes, searching. Good. That meant she felt it. I stepped forward, my boots echoing against the floor. "I accelerated my return," I said. Seemed like I was missing something important. No one laughed. My father cleared his throat. "Son, this is complicated." "No," I said. "It's actually very simple." I reached into my bag, pulled out a folder. Thick, organized. Final. I placed it on the table. Every eye followed it. "Everything Serena has claimed," I said, voice steady, "belongs to me." Silence tightened. Serena didn't move. I opened the folder. Documents slid across the table. Official letters. Military verification. Legal notices. And at the very top, a formal investigation notice. Her name printed clearly. Not Captain, just Serena. That's when it hit her. Not the accusation. The inevitability. "You went behind my back," she whispered. I almost smiled. "No," I said softly. "I went around you." Her composure cracked. Just for a second. That was enough. The room shifted. People stepped back. Distance forming instinctively. Because truth has weight. And tonight it crushed her. My mother tried to speak. Failed. My father sat down slowly, like gravity had finally found him. Serena? She stayed standing. But she wasn't tall anymore. I was protecting this family, she said, voice shaking now. You were gone. Someone had to be me, I cut in. Silence. Sharp, clean. Final. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to, because this wasn't about proving I was right. It was about making sure she could never pretend again. I stepped closer, close enough that only she could hear the next part. You didn't just take my identity, I said quietly. You tried to erase me. Her breath caught. And I made sure the world remembers exactly who you are. I stepped back. Let the moment breathe. Let everyone see her. Not as a captain, but as someone who built a life on stolen ground. I walked out before anyone could stop me. Didn't wait for apologies. Didn't look back. Because closure doesn't come from hearing regret. It comes from reclaiming control. Later that night, my phone buzzed. Messages, calls, damage control. Too late. All of it. I put the phone down. Sat in silence. For the first time in a long time, it felt like mine. People think revenge is loud, explosive, messy. It's not. The best kind is quiet, precise, and leaves nothing behind, except truth. They called her Captain Serena. For one night, I made sure it was the last thing they ever got wrong.